The Conservatives have won a majority government, but some interest groups are left wondering what's next for their causes. Climate change remains a major public concern. And how much of a priority was it for candidates in this election? To explore what last night's results mean for our region's unique climate challenges, we're joined by Narika Bandaru. She's the executive director of Windsor of Change, which is a local climate advocacy group. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Amy.
Thanks for coming in for our special post-election edition here of Windsor Morning. Now, during the campaign, your group sent out a questionnaire to political candidates about climate change and sustainability. What were you wanting to find out from them?
So basically, we wanted to share this platform or share this tool so people could, or candidates could, share valuable insights into their climate change and sustainability priorities, not just at Queen's Park for Ontario as a whole, but specifically for Windsor, Essex. And we hope that voters could use this tool as sort of a catalyst to drive them to the polls and to vote for the candidates they believe in and who stood up for the priorities they believed in.
And how did politicians respond to your questionnaire?
That's a good question. So we did have some responses, mostly from the Essex riding. Unfortunately, we did not have responses from the incumbent or from the main challengers. That includes, again, from in Windsor West, we didn't hear from Lisa Gretzky or from the Conservative parties. So we were hoping to hear more, but we did have representation from the NDP party, Green Party. We had answers from New Blue, the Direct Democracy, and if I haven't mentioned already, the Green Party.
And what stood out to you that we can expect sort of being a mandate moving forward with the government that's formed?
Unfortunately, there wasn't much insight on it, so it's hard to comment. And since there wasn't a lot of discussion on the campaign trail, and we didn't really get a lot of valuable insight into what the Conservatives were going to do moving forward. I think the highlight again of this time around was the tariffs, and maybe climate and sustainability priorities got a little bit overshadowed by that. However, from the responses that we received, I can say that there was, again, from the more liberal side of, the liberal parties, we their priorities are sort of affordable and sustainable housing, energy upgrades, preserving the natural environment and preserving basically our natural heritage. So those were top priorities. And then we also saw responses that, wanted to remove government from all climate action.
How concerning is it for you that there was a lack of participation from the incumbents?
It was concerning because if they're still sort of the ones strongly going forward and sort of taking the lead, it's a question mark as to what they'll be doing at Queen's Park in order to protect our interests. So that was a bit scary, and, unknowns are always a bit fearful. Again, the lack of clarity is not helpful. But again, I think the conversation from the States has taken everything over. And but on the positive side of things, the responses, the platforms that we did manage to get a bit more insight on, we noticed that climate and sustainability has entered the mainstream conversation. It underscores mainstream priorities, and it's no longer a separate issue. So when we're talking about affordable housing, we're also talking about sustainable housing. When we're talking about land use, we're talking about sustainable land use. So that was very encouraging.
Does that seem like a victory to you, or does that what's your reaction to that?
Right. It's both, because we didn't see any tangible emission and energy use reductions from all of the answers. So we didn't see any of those targets being talked about. And of course, the Ontario government right now, the targets that are in place, they're not very encouraging. But on the other hand, I am happy that it's no longer a separate issue and that people are identifying climate and sustainability as a priority that needs to just underscore everything that we do. And that is basically the interest of our group, is to talk about how sustainability isn't a separate issue. It is how we live and how we work and how we play. And for it to see that it's entered the mainstream, and it feels like it's going to stay there, and it's not going to be a niche issue for the tree huggers. So, yeah.
Do we still call them the tree huggers?
I don't think so. I like to hug trees, even if
Okay.
yeah, even if it's not a hobby.
Niharika, thank you so much for coming in this morning. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.